I'm Kosmo with Kosmos Q, and on today's video, I'm going to show you how to make perfect pastrami at home. And believe you me, this is one of the easiest recipes you will ever see in your life. Let's get to cooking. Nothing left to do now but get into it. Oh man, you guys are in luck. So what we have here is a cut of corned beef from the grocery store. They got them everywhere. It's already brined. You don't have to do anything but season it and put it on the smoker. And that's what we're about to do. I'm going to season today with double pepper cow cover coarse and Texas beef, but use whatever you have. And I do want to use my binder, which we have a stone ground mustard here. This is my buddy Travis's. He makes it. Doesn't need very much. Just rub that in. Flip it over. Now we season. And this is a big cut of meat, so feel free to go a little bit heavy.
Have you been to Kat's house?
I have been to Kat's, and actually we shot a video on it a couple years back. Kat's Deli is probably some of the best pastrami you will ever have in your life. And if you've never been there, do yourself a favor and go. The sandwiches there are monsters. So I've actually had pastrami from the East Coast to the West Coast. So if you have pastrami that I need to know about, please leave me a comment down below, because you never know. I have been known to travel for sandwiches and other things.
Let's just leave it at that.
I have the pellet smoker running at 275 degrees. This isn't going to take long, maybe 6 hours total, but believe you me, it's well worth the wait. So let's go to the cooker. All right, so we have our Weber running at 275, and we are going to do this like I always do. Pan down below to catch all your drippings. Thank you later. Right on top. Now, I am going to be spritzing this with water only. I don't want to run the flavor of the pastrami until we wrap. And when I do wrap, I am going to wrap in foil with a little bit of distilled water. All right, so it's been right at 4 hours and she's looking amazing. But hey, before I show you this, if you like what we're doing here, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. It really helps out the channel and gives us the motivation to keep making these videos and bringing them to you for absolutely no cost. She pumped up nice, and you can tell, you can see how just pulled in this way and just whoop, little fat, little pregnant pastrami. Woo. Let's go wrap her up. I tell you, this already smells absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait. Double up aluminum foil, lay that down. Now, tear you off another little piece and just put it right there in the middle. Just lay that right there in the middle. Now you're gonna wanna make sure this is airtight, because at Kat's, they smoke their briskets, but when they're done, they steam them. But we got the good old Texas crutch. Open that end up. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of water in here just to help promote some steaming. There we go. So if you feel the bottom of this, you're going to feel probably about 1/8 of an inch of a bubble of water. That's exactly what you want. Place it right back where you picked her up. I'm going to leave the pan there in case unintentionally there's a bust in the foil. I still don't have to clean up a mess. And we keep the juices. All right, so I'm gonna leave it in here for 1 hour. It is still cooking at 275 degrees. And in 1 hour, I'm gonna come back and put a probe in it, because I'm looking for about 205 to 210. And I'm gonna really know just by the feel of that probe. So I'll see you in an hour. All right, so it's been right at 6 hours, and we're temping out about 207 right now. But this is how I finish briskets, is by feel. I just try to feel it, but how tight is it? I think I'm gonna give this like 2 more degrees and then call it, because that feels good on the outsides. Insides is a little tight. So we'll take it to 209. I will tell you this, one thing about briskets, you'll never find two that finish exactly alike, ever. This is why I use my temperature probe at the end to feel it. And if you don't have one of these fancy ones, doesn't matter. I'm not looking at the numbers anyways. I'm just grabbing it with 2 fingers just to see how tight it is holding onto this probe and how much force that I have to exert to pull it out. All right, so to build this sandwich, obviously we had to get the seedless rye, stone ground mustard, sauerkraut. I ain't putting that on mine though. And pickles, you get the gist of it. Star of the show. Man, this smells fantastic. Oh man. All right, so just to recap this cook, we went and bought this corned beef already brined at the store, rubbed it with double pepper cow cover, Texas beef, put it on the cooker. Once it got the bark that we like, that's when we wrap, roughly 165-ish, give or take 5, 6, 8 degrees. Bump the temperature up to 285. Once it hit about 202 degrees, and that's when we started really watching it and making sure that it was probe timber. And we pulled it at 209, rested for 1 hour, and here we are. And I'm hungry, so I'm gonna get to carving it up. There we go. That's a perfect sandwich. I'm gonna do my best to replicate Katz's. I know they make a monster sandwich. I'm a hungry boy today. Oh man, you guys are in luck. Now, mustard. Put that top on. And that, my friends, is the perfect pastrami sandwich at home. Nothing left to do now but get into it. Oh my gosh. That is phenomenal. You know, I don't know what Katz uses to season theirs, but believe you me, that double pepper cow cover and that Texas beef comes pretty doggone close. God, it's just so good. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you want this recipe right here, head on over to kosmosq.com/recipes. Print it off, make it for yourself, and believe you me, you want this recipe. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but I'm eating it.